Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Late Winner FPL Show. Uh, Today we're discussing about the free hit and the wildcard guides. I think there's a big double game week coming along, and obviously F 28, 29 is a double game week. But we're going to discuss more about what we should do, what the FPL managers should do in the 28 game week 28. Obviously, I think a lot of managers have their wildcards still left, like me, and free hits also like me. So yeah, so we'll discuss what needs to happen, what's the best approach. We'll see, and we'll show the FPL drafts as well. Like we made like a couple of drafts for the wild card and the free hit as well. So we'll share some thoughts on it and see if you guys can pick up some clues from there. But I have obviously Rohil and Saurav ever present with our FPL show. How you doing? How you doing, guys?
Not very good. Just scored 46 points on my in the previous game week for my team. So
Yeah,
not very good.
definitely. So my catch up has already started with Saurabh. So
Yeah.
21 points already covered from last week. After having missed on what I don't know, at least 70 points
Yeah.
that I was behind. So yeah.
Easy.
So
Yeah, had a more I think a modest week, I would say. 58 points, not bad. Still alive in one cup competition, so still things are looking good for myself. I mean, I'm happy.
nice, nice. I think our FPL Cup will also start in the next 2 or 3 game weeks. So two straight,
Yeah.
whoever was in the league, then yeah, let's see
Yeah,
like who wins the late winner FPL show cup. So yeah, excited about that. But yeah, do make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the Late Winner Show on our YouTube channel as well, and give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter as well for like, put on loads of content over there related to football, and we're going to do a combined 11s. We just did a podcast on the Chelsea situation and the City derby, the Manchester derby that's coming up on the weekend. So just wanted to do a combined 11. Obviously, the combined 11 turned out to be just City, no United players in there. So there's no combined 11 technically. But I had a debate with the person that I had on the channel. I kind of convinced him to have David De Gea and Fernandez at least in the playing in the combined 11. At least I think those two deserve from this season. At least, yeah. So, but yeah, let's look at the wildcard team first. Okay, so again, so we had Sa in goal for from Wolves. He has Crystal Palace and Watford at home. We all know like Wolves do not like really concede a lot of goals. And Sa definitely makes a lot of saves as well. So he had saves points. I'm expecting at least a couple in both the games clean sheets from Wolves. But let's see what happens. Crystal Palace is a little bit of a tougher game than Watford.
Mhm.
But we'll see. I've sorry, we've gone with Robertson on in our wild card. I think uh, getting Trent is a good option as well, but I think Robertson. I think at the moment I think it's a better option. Like just and to just figure out like other pieces in the team as well, because there are other expensive pieces in our team as well. So we wanted to see like if Robertson is actually a good idea to go with, and then obviously we have Size in the defense as well. Um, same points for Saiz and Sa. Like I think they don't really concede a lot of goals. Good fixtures at home to Crystal Palace and Watford. I think it's a no-brainer to pick at least two defensive assets from the Wolves team. Uh, I know like Rudiger's on the bench, but definitely if we were to go with this wild card, I think Rudiger would definitely play. I think there was a recent announcement that Chelsea were going to have a double game week. Um, Rudiger definitely, I think he plays a lot of the games for Chelsea, Burnley and Norwich, even though away games. But I do really think that Rudiger can definitely give us two clean sheets in that game. But yeah, what do you think, guys?
Two
I
clean
think.
sheets. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I think for Wolves, I think yeah, that's a great option to have three players, because we all know the Wolves are the most capable team of keeping clean sheets, and Jimenez is actually doing well, and the opponents seem to be favorable for him. I mean, he had a great outing against Tottenham, and I mean, even though the last two games against Arsenal and Leicester were not that great, but I think Crystal Palace and Watford do present some opportunities for Jimenez to actually convert some opportunities, goals over here. Other than that, I think Rudiger is definitely a great option. But if you want to, I think in the past couple of game weeks, Silva has been in great form. If you look at the form index in FPL, I think Silva is doing great right now. In the last two game weeks, he scored 11 and 8 points in the last
Bernardo
two.
Silva.
And no, Thiago Silva.
Thiago
No,
Silva.
Rudiger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Rishabh is
like,
not Go City, and he's still
What
in
Silva are you talking about?
Manchester 11.
So Silva is doing great, I think, and other than that, I think Alonso is a great option because you don't have Chilwell is still not playing, so obviously Alonso will be most likely starting both the games, and the partnership between Alonso and ZH is doing really great right now. The Alonso is supplying great balls to ZH. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, I can definitely say that. So I think I see that a lot. That link up is doing really great, and even in midfield, if you want to have an option, ZH is a great option to have. I mean, if you want to have it in the wildcard, his ownership is at only 1.3% at this stage, which means he will be a great differential in the upcoming double game weeks for Chelsea players or FPL managers.
Yeah,
You
Saurabh,
were
you have
saying,
any thoughts?
Saurabh?
Yeah, Saurabh.
No, nothing to add there. Just it's just that Wolves, as Raul mentioned, has the most capability of keeping a clean sheet. So at this point, that's why we have gone with a defender from Wolves and a keeper as well, and we are mostly going to play the same. Uh, uh, Hopefully, there are no injuries or anything to our the 11 that we have picked. But yeah, this is the defense, and this is a team that we are going to go forward with. That's yeah, nothing to add on to there, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Let's move forward with the midfield as well. So Salah, obviously, I mean, he's a no-brainer, man. Like, he obviously, he's on penalties. He gives us a lot of points almost
Yes.
every week. So
Yes.
Salah is definitely a no-brainer. There is no differential in the Liverpool side in terms of midfield.
So sorry to interrupt there, and just to give you an idea, people who didn't have Salah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, you can
suffered a
mention
lot.
my name. That's fine.
Yes. So Rishabh did not have Salah, and he suffered a lot. Where Salah gave 28 points, 26 points, I think. 28.
28.
Yeah. So even though it's a tough fixture, even whatever kind of fixture it has against City, against Wolves, what the toughest of defenses doesn't matter. Have Salah in your team.
Yeah, definitely. Rafinha, I mean, so I kept him. Obviously, I did not discuss this with you guys, but I kept him for the double game week because I really feel that Rafinha still does play well for Leeds. Now that Bielsa got sacked, or not sacked, but like he left, and Jesse Marsh is coming. Jesse Marsh's play is also very similar. If you've seen RB Leipzig or RB Salzburg games as well, what he used to do in the last couple of seasons, it's a very free flowing game, and that's exactly how Leeds play as well. So I can definitely see some points for Rafinha in both the games. Aston Villa themselves are they're very iffy at the moment. They're not really playing to the style that I was expecting them to. They've definitely dropped, even lost a couple of games, right, in the past three game weeks. And Leicester, again, their defense is I don't know, like, even though they were able to keep a clean sheet, but I saw the game against Burnley. Burnley could have easily got at least a couple of goals in that game, but they didn't. So but I just feel like, yeah, that game against Leicester versus Leeds is gonna be a good game. I just feel that, yeah. And then Ramsey is obviously another. It's a cheap option to go with. It's just 4.8 million. Good fixtures in a double game week: Southampton at home and Leeds away. But also, we need to keep in mind that, yeah, Southampton themselves are playing really, really well. I think they're up to ninth in the league table as well. So they're keeping good. They're keeping clean sheets. They're scoring goals. Either Broha or Che Adams, both of them are supplying goals for them forward. Uh, for the fourth midfielder, there's a choice we could have. Either we could have Son or we could have Willock. I
I
would
think,
preferably. Good, sorry.
yeah, I think I would go with Willock. It's just that Tottenham has not been playing like they have been playing good in patches, like the game against City or some
Yeah.
other team, but they have failed against the weakest of the teams also. So plus Son only gets one chance. It's better that we have Willock. At least we'll have two chances. So just yeah, I'm just thinking.
No,
Just
But
definitely.
thinking
I,
of
I
Willock.
was I was gonna go with Willock anyways because with
Yeah.
the way
and
man Newcastle are playing, there's a sense of like kind of now like a goal that they need to
belief.
set,
Yeah.
that they have to survive, and I think they are going to. That's my
Yeah.
feeling. But
And
If
what do
they,
you
I
what
think
do you
there
what
guys
do you
think
think if they
about?
do not survive? Would the club be sold again?
no,
Maybe.
no, no.
But what do you
Even if
guys
even
what
if
do
they
you
so even if they sell the club, that's fine because they can go buy Chelsea now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would be very happy. I would be very happy.
I'm just
But
imagining the amount of money that Newcastle owners have. The lady who was the Newcastle owner, she mentioned that she had the chance of buying Chelsea a year back.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
okay, that's a lot of money that we're talking about.
yeah. And what do you guys think about like Ward-Prowse as an option, Southampton midfielder, because he's also doing really great the past few
Southampton
game
does
weeks.
have two games,
And
yes.
yeah, and again their fixture are also favorable in terms of goal scoring options. That Aston Villa and Newcastle both are conceding goals right now and
Yeah,
Yeah,
not having a great defensive structure at this stage. So because obviously
yeah,
with Trippier again being injured, obviously Newcastle are a little bit behind again, I believe, in terms
yeah.
of their defensive capabilities and goal scoring options as well. So I think Ward-Prowse is also a great option in that aspect. I mean, Broha obviously is, but do you think doubling up on Southampton is a good tactic or not?
I would not double up on Southampton. I'll rather have James Ward-Prowse in the team than Broha. Since you mentioned, I forgot about him, but yeah, I would rather have James Ward-Prowse rather than Broha, and we can definitely find a different option for in the forward as well. How about that Newcastle forward? I'm
see
forgetting the
the
name.
and also Rohil, I mean, just to point out, right, this is going to be a wild card. So obviously this team is going to be like in for pretty much like the entirety of the season, right? Southampton don't have a game week. Yeah, don't have a game in the game week 30 because of the FA Cup reschedule.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, in
Yeah,
that case, we just need to keep that in mind as well. Like, if we double up, then we have to probably take
Oh
them
yeah.
out. As far as I know, I think Wolves, Arsenal, Leeds, Aston Villa.
Leicester,
That's it,
Brentford,
and that's
Spurs,
it,
and West.
and that's it. So like, I'm just looking at from our team perspective, or from
Hmm.
this wildcard perspective, that there's not a
So,
lot of players who
so
are going to play in game week 30.
So I was thinking, and I think that is a good option. Instead of Lacazette, I think, or Broha, I would rather have myself Jamie Vardy in the team.
Jamie Vardy.
Yes,
Yeah.
now he's back, and Leicester, I
How,
know they are not
how about Madison then? Like, I think Madison is a much better
either
option.
of the two, not both, either of the
I,
two.
I think eventually everyone will jump on
Yeah,
on
everyone
the
would because I
Leicester's
think
players because
Leicester has 3 games in hand at this
3
point.
weeks.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's I think based on the research that I did, the fixtures that are going to be rescheduled for Leicester are going to be after game week 31.
Hmm.
So that's, and I think so 31 to 38 already presents only 7 games. So they're going to have a lot of games in the final 10 weeks of the Premier League season. So that's probably a lot of games as well. We don't know, like maybe that's not a good option itself. I don't know, but
Yeah.
we'll look into that. Yeah, but I think a lot of players will, a lot of the managers will jump on to Leicester players later in the season. I think Madison and Vardy at the moment are the two best options, to be
Hmm.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
So let's talk about the forwards. Jimenez, I think what Rohil already said about Jimenez, I think Jimenez is a great option for the two fixtures that Wolves have in this game week 28. And then Broha, is again, he's a cheap option. Even though I kept him in the free hit. The free hit that I took in last game week, he didn't really deliver in that. But I think in the 2 game weeks, he's definitely a punt to have in the wildcard game. I think they have Southampton. If you look at it, they have a really good favorable run of fixtures up until game week 32, but they don't play game week 30. But they have a game week up until game week 30. They have a good run of fixtures, and because they don't play in game week 30, their fixture will get rescheduled. I think in the game week 32 or 33. So that there might be about double game week coming up there as well. So yeah, it's a good run to have. Like if we are keeping Southampton players in there, but I wouldn't like really double up based on the wild card, because I think wild card we need to look at from other perspective as well to balance out the team for the future game weeks. Yeah. Any thoughts, guys?
No, it's just that since we are thinking of planning on basis of the fixtures that are going to come, Arsenal does play in game week 30, right?
Correct. Yes, they play.
And Spurs as well. Yeah. I think I'll rather substitute Lacazette. I'll rather remove Lacazette and have Jamie Vardy. Yeah, just that. Just the same thing. Because Leicester also plays in game week 30. I forgot about that, but Leicester
Yeah.
also plays in game week 30.
And whose game is this? Who does Leicester play?
Leicester, it's Brentford home.
Game week 28.
This week you're talking about, or
No, game week 28. Game week 30, I know it's playing Brentford.
Okay, so game week 28, Leicester plays Leeds at home.
Oh, Leeds at home. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
And then game week 29 is against. I think it's against Spurs. I think.
Leicester plays against. Oh, where is it? Arsenal away.
Arsenal. Yeah. So I mean, I would probably put a punt on Arsenal compared to to be honest.
Okay.
Compared to Leicester right now. Yeah. Even though they had a good game against Burnley, but as I mentioned, I think they were lucky enough to get a 2-0 victory away from that game. So yeah, I have not really seen Leicester being Leicester, and I think but we can see, we can definitely talk about it. But those are options. I think you're right. But if anybody wants to go from if anybody wants to plan for the future game weeks as well, and if not like really compare, if they don't really want to go with Arsenal players, I think Vardy is a good option as well.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the free hit. So the free hit obviously is only for game week 28. So what we did was triple up on Chelsea players just because they have really, really good fixtures. So you have Rudiger, James, and Mason Mount. I think Rudiger definitely plays almost every other game for Chelsea. James has definitely come back. The only doubt for me is that James just come back from injury. I don't know if he gets both the games in the space of 3-4 days. That's the only concern for me. But then Rohil, what you brought up a good point about Thiago Silva. I think he can definitely be another option for in the defense, because I don't really want to invest too much into attack for Chelsea. But that's the best possible place where I would like to invest in the midfield and the defense for Chelsea.
Yeah. I think like I mentioned, Mount is still an irregular player for Tuchel. He doesn't really start on every game, and I'm just seeing whether Big Ziyech didn't start in the.
I mean,
the
I also thought that Mount does not start, but actually I saw Mount actually is starting most of the game. I think the Crystal Palace game, the reason I think he might have not started because of the game, right? That you guys had against.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm mentioning, Ziyech didn't start in the FA Cup, so probably was given rest, and I'm pretty sure he will be playing in these 2 game weeks, because again in terms of the obviously title, Chelsea is not right now in the title race anymore, but still the fight for the third place is still on. So I think they still I think Tuchel would like to play his best players, and Ziyech right now is having a great time. He's probably hitting a great form right now. So Ziyech might be a better option than Mount, I think.
What do you think about Havertz? Is Havertz a good option?
Havertz is a good option, but I don't see him scoring regularly. I mean, he is becoming like a crunch moment player, like in like Club World Cup finals and all those kinds of games. He's performing for Chelsea, but uh, I think Havertz is more expensive anyway than Ziyech or Mount. So
Yes.
I think investing in a player like in either of these players might be a better option for FPL managers at this stage.
Okay. And then I guess just moving along in the defense as well, and just talking about defense, Sa and Saiz again retain their place from wildcard draft as well. I think great options for, and we also included Cody from Wolves. Uh, then moving to the midfield, we had Coutinho, Rafinha, and Salah. We already talked about Mount. Coutinho again, like he has good games. It's just we don't really know like how Aston Villa might perform. So I'm a little bit iffy on him, and I mean if I was doing a free hit, I would play Ward-Prowse instead of Coutinho, and maybe try to think about other transfer options for Coutinho. What do you think on that?
I would go with Ward-Prowse. Yeah, I would substitute Ward-Prowse for Ings rather.
For Ings, okay.
Yes. Coutinho is playing good. I know he has not been influential in terms of giving points in past 2 or 3 game weeks at max, but he's playing good. He has had his chances. But I would rather substitute Ings and bring in Ward-Prowse in our team. Yeah, I'll rather go with the 3-5-2 formation for that. Yeah.
So what did you say? So what substitute Ward-Prowse to Salah? Okay, locked in.
Okay. Yeah, you do it for your team, not for our team. Okay.
We, I don't think we are taking a free hit, right? As far as I know, I don't think we're taking
We
a
are
free hit.
we are not we are not taking free hit, but anything, do not remove Salah. I'm saying just do it for your team.
My team does not have Salah yet. I'm
Okay.
I'm deciding on a free hit, but my free sorry my on a wild card, but still my team still does not have Salah. My team has
Yes.
a different player than Salah. So we'll see.
Just
We'll
keep
see
it that
how.
way. Okay, let's move on.
who he is. Yeah, but I think and do you have any doubts on Rafinha? I know I did mention, but Rafinha is still here in the free hit as well. Like, do you think Rafinha is a good choice to have, or there are other better options that we might have to look at? And I mean, I know understand like when we talk about double game weeks, we need to keep like double game week players, but there are some teams who have like really good single game week fixtures, and that might present a 14-15 point haul from that player. So we shouldn't really just look away from that. I know like on this free hit guide itself, I have everyone except Salah who has a double game week. But coming back to Rafinha question, do you think that he's a good option to have, or you feel like we should look elsewhere, like a Madison maybe?
I don't feel Rafinha is a great option, I would say,
Mhm.
because Leeds is having a pathetic outing right now. I mean, I know we've mentioned that the manager has recently been changed and everything, so there might be some changes coming along the way, and obviously the first few games will be much better than what they have had. I mean, obviously can't get worse than getting beaten 6-0 against Liverpool, so it
Mhm.
will definitely be a much better performance than that in that case. But I think Rafinha is definitely a great option, but I think we have better players at this stage who can be chosen in the FPL teams for a free hit game when you know that the players are doing better. Because in free hits, you actually want to pick the proven players rather than just take a punt at this stage. Because free hits usually want to probably get as close to 100 or maybe more than that points, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. I just feel like very like otherwise. I just feel like Rafinha has been playing well in the games. It's just that obviously Leeds are missing a couple of key players in their team. I think Bamford definitely was one of the key performers last season. In terms of at least goal threat, and I think they're missing Click as well. So that also like majority. That's a major player that they're missing. Sorry, not Click actually. Calvin Phillips. So I think everything runs through him in that Leeds United team. He's the main man, and they're definitely missing him in that Leeds United team as well. So yeah, but moving along. Before we do, as Saurav mentioned, for Salah, he's a no-brainer. You can substitute him for any other player, and he'll give you like that player will give you more points than Salah. So yeah, do not forget to do that. All right, just joking, guys. Salah is definitely on the team sheet. Given any team he plays against, he's a no-brainer to have in the team. But coming to forwards, so Adams and Broha, I think we already had Broha in the wildcard guide. But I think I'm liking more like the performances for Adams from Adams compared to Broha. We've kept him, in the free hit draft because we couldn't really figure out like who we should actually get in as a double game week player, and we couldn't really find out, who has a better single game week fixture as well. Maybe Lacazette is a good option here in the free hit guide. But yeah, what do you think, guys, on that?
I will not have two Southampton forwards. I think compared to Bro and Adams, what I've seen or what I've read about from the Southampton games reviews, Che Adams is of a bigger threat than Broha. So I would have in this case Che Adams in my team, and Broha I would like to substitute for someone else, probably um, Raul Jimenez itself, yeah, because now he has a frontline partner with Wang as well. He's also playing, so he's not alone in the front line. So that also bolsters his chance of scoring goals. And plus the fixtures also Wolves has is at home against Crystal Palace and Watford, I believe. Yes. So yeah, I think I would substitute Broha and have replace Broha and have Jimenez in my team.
So sorry, I lost. Replace Roha and
Have Jimenez in our team.
Jimenez. Okay, Jimenez. Yeah, Jimenez is a good option, but I think in this team we cannot have Jimenez because we already have three players from Wolves.
We can anyhow we are not using Cody anyhow, so we can just remove, like, it's a free hit draft, right? So Cody can be replaced by somebody else and Brock can be replaced
Or
with
maybe Ings. Sorry, so Ings to
Ings to Jimenez also works for me. Yeah.
Ings to Jimenez also works. Yeah, exactly. I think. Yeah. Rohil, you have any thoughts on this, or you're satisfied?
I think I would also not have two Southampton forwards. I think Ings also, I don't know how, I've not followed Aston Villa a lot
Yeah.
until recent game weeks. So I'm not really sure how Ings is performing. But I think in terms of forwards, I would go with someone like maybe I don't know. I think I had a couple of options which I was looking into as well. I think obviously we have Jimenez as one option. We can actually keep maybe try to keep a player who actually also has one game single match as well. I mean, it's not. I don't think we need to have every player who's playing a double
Exactly.
double game week.
That's what I was mentioning.
So
Yeah. So Lacazette is a good option there.
Lacazette is a good option. Obviously, Kane might be a big gamble because obviously they play against Everton. Everton is not playing that bad, I would say. But Kane is also an option because Kane had a great match in the last game week.
The only problem with Tottenham is obviously because of is the inconsistency, right? I mean, they had such a good game against City and then they lost to Bournemouth.
Unfortunately, this is one team where I believe Conte is not able to figure out what he wants and how he actually wants.
I don't even think like he has this team right now.
And that's why he's considering leaving this club as well. No, so
no, he's not considering leaving.
I don't think that's going to happen. But
he has reiterated that his statements were understood wrong, and he has mentioned that he do not want to leave the club, and he want to continue with this team and improve this team. That's what he has said.
Yeah.
Before the Burnley
but also about the Chelsea players, I know we're picking 3 players right now in the team, but one thing which we should keep in mind is that Chelsea is in a state of turmoil at this stage. We are looking for new owners, and everything is changing. And right now, a statement from the Premier League CEO has come out where he says that Abramovich might actually sell the club in the next 10 days itself. So, I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty happening. I mean, that's why I guess in the FA Cup match, maybe I don't know if it's affecting the players' morale or what, because I don't believe we should have had such a close game against Luton. So I mean, by winning 3-2, obviously is I mean, it's great that we won, but it shouldn't have gone that close for us. But I mean, so that's something obviously all FPL managers should keep in mind, obviously, before you actually consider having Chelsea players in your team, because there might be a lot of changes happening in the next few days.
Yeah, I mean, but just to point out, right, man, Luton Town is also 6th in the championship table as well. So it's not like they're just pushovers. I think they have been playing really well in the league as well, in the championship as well. So, but I mean, that's the reason that they gave you a run for your money. And yeah, I mean, obviously the things happening behind the scenes just an hour before the game, he obviously announced that he's going to sell the club. So obviously might have hampered on Chelsea's players as well. But Shivam's asking, Shivam's asking thoughts on having Pickford on the bench, as he has a double game week, and I think game week 29 of 30. Not sure about this.
Game week 30, Everton does not have a double
Have
game
any
week yet.
game?
Yeah.
29, I think he has.
29, it's a favorable fixture. I think it's one against Newcastle and one against Wolves, and both at home.
Wolves.
Yeah, and both at home. So I would expect at least one clean sheet. Probably against Wolves, not against Newcastle, because Newcastle has been scoring more goals compared to Wolves. Wolves have been good defensively and bad in terms of like attacking. They're good, but not able to convert them. So Everton might have a chance just there, but Everton's defense also is a different kind of shambles. It's it will be a punt if you want to play, just to have Pickford for game week 29.
Yeah. Broha or Adams?
Adams, I would say.
I think,
as I mentioned,
Adams.
Yeah.
If you have the money, I would say Adams. If you don't have the money, then Broha.
Yeah.
I think we've already mentioned. I think we've already mentioned it. Which players you want to go for in this aspect?
Yeah.
And also, I think Saurav, a question for you. Are you a Liverpool fan? You can explain the story today to all of our viewers. Who do you support?
I do not support any particular team in EPL. It's just that I like Kane. So I know that's why I have a big inclination towards Kane. So that's why I would want Tottenham to do better. Out of the top teams that which we consider this time, City, Chelsea, and Liverpool, I think Liverpool gameplay definitely impresses me. So I would rather support Liverpool than supporting any other team. But yeah, as far as supporting a team, Real Madrid, I support Real Madrid. Just to throw it out, yes.
Yeah. So and Shivam's asking to review his team and provide any thoughts on it, and he's asking, he has 2 free hits, a wild card, and a bench boost as well. So I guess, Shivam, you used your triple captain on not Salah, right? Like me. but yeah, his team is David De Gea, Sanchez, Cancelo, Laporte, Trent, Cody, Ben Mee. How do you have six defenders? Sanchez is what? Davidson Sanchez, right?
No.
Oh, the keeper. Oh, the keeper. Okay, sorry.
Cancelo, Laporte, Trent,
Cody, me,
Shivam.
Salah.
So Shivam is saying here that he used the triple captain on Salah only. So he's
triple
not
captain
like
Salah. Okay.
Yeah. So you're wrong. Not everybody is dumb like
and
us.
I think
Actually,
like me.
This is a good team. I would just replace Watkins with somebody else. I don't know how much money do you have in your bank, but I would just replace Watkins and try to get in Jamie Vardy at this point, because Leicester has 3 games in hand, and we just want to watch fixtures. Which team has how many fixtures left? So at this point, I think at least we should have 1 Leicester player in our team. If not 2, we should definitely have 1 Leicester. Either Coutinho or either Maddison or Jamie Vardy.
I think you can get rid of Moura as well. I don't really think like Moura is a good option. I don't even know if he's like playing in the team as much as we want.
Actually,
You know,
Moura, I missed that. Moura also
Lucas,
can be
yeah, I
replaced.
think Lucas Moura to Madison, I think makes a much better option. I think
Yeah.
he's cheaper as well. I think Moura is somewhere in 7 millions.
Mhm.
Watkins, I totally agree. I think Watkins is out. I don't think Watkins should be there.
Mora is
Even
6.3, but
okay.
he's not been playing for the last 4 game weeks. So
Okay. Yeah, so I think Moura needs to go out. I think Madison is a much better option. And as I said, I think Leicester versus Leeds can be a great game for a neutral fan. I mean, if you just want to enjoy football.
But for this particular game week, I won't have Cancelo and Laporte both in the team. Since it's against United, I'm not.
And are you Shivam? If I'm asking, like, are you wildcarding? Like, this is your wildcard team, like wildcard draft or something? So if this is your wildcard draft, I think I mean, I don't really mind. Like Cancelo, Laporte is a good choice.
Yeah,
against United. I don't think like they're going to score too much. I'm having. I would say Watkins and Dennis are the two players that should be going from that team. Yeah, I mean,
I would suggest like Shivam is saying that he's struggling with deciding on which chip to use. I would say probably use a free hit in this week, and in the next game week you use the wild card. So that would, I think, because since then the wild card, the double game weeks will die down, so you can actually see what the long term looks like for the next few game weeks. I mean, I know game week 30 you have only 4 games, but I mean,
I would rather. Yeah, I mean, I would rather go with a wild card right now so that you can build the team for game week 28 and 29. And then if you have 2 free hits, which he has, I think, 2 free hits, then you can use one free hit in that blank double game week in 30, which already has like less fixtures. So then you can do a free hit in that game.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's a good idea as well. But I think the fixtures you have is Wolves versus Leeds, Villa versus Arsenal, you have Leicester versus Brentford, and Spurs versus West Ham. So I don't think they're like really great goal scoring games. So I mean, I don't know how much the free hit will be helping also. Because I know with free hit you want to capitalize as much as you can as well, and in game weeks like those you'll probably be able to score 50-60 points, where the rest of the people probably might not be scoring more than 25 or 30 points. So I mean, you'll definitely be doing great in that aspect, but I think you can have much more games with a free hit than in just having four matches in that aspect. Because then it limits your options also in terms of selecting players, because you can't have more than 3. So you struggle I guess you'll probably struggle a little bit with building the team with just 8 teams playing. So and they're all not like really great teams playing anyway. It's like one of the teams is Spurs and the other is Arsenal. So, I mean, not that great of a fixture in that.
Yeah. I would suggest Shivam, like Watkins, Dennis should go if you can find an option for a Southampton forward, Dennis or Broha, whichever has like you can find money for. I think if you substitute Watkins, then you can easily find money for Adams, Adams. For Dennis, I don't know, maybe keep him as an option, as a third striker. Yeah, that's fine. Or otherwise, you can go for Chris Wood. Chris Wood might be a good option as well. Like I think he has double game weeks in 28 and 29 as well, so he might give you goals. Never know. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a good team. So what's the conclusion? No chips. No. I mean, you can use the chips as I said.
I think it's high time you start using the chips. I think
using the chips. I think if you have wildcard and 2 free hits, I would suggest use your wildcard now, and maybe you can use a free hit chip, one free hit chip left that is going to come. I think game week 36 is the next biggest double game week that you're going to have.
36 will be there, and I think 33 also is expected to be
33. 32 or 33 is going to be a double game week, but that's going to be a small double game week, not many options. So you can obviously plan for that.
But I think Liverpool will Liverpool will have 2 games, I think, and plus if they progress to another round of FA Cup,
exactly.
Some more fixtures can be rescheduled after that. So
So I mean you still have, I mean obviously he has used his triple captain, but you still have other
But
options
to be honest, I don't know if the game week 36 might be a big double game week or not, because I mean most of the Premier League teams are already gone from FA Cup. Looks like it. Like United gone, Tottenham gone, Arsenal gone. So I mean, I'm not expecting a lot of teams to uh, be in that
but
latest
teams
stage.
like Liverpool who are progressing, City who are
Yeah,
progressing. So
Liverpool,
I mean
City, and
you
Chelsea.
you have some options right now, right? So
yeah,
and I
No, you're
guess
right.
obviously you'll
You're
have
right.
much more clarity in terms of, like, let's say for City players as well, when if like not if when City gets knocked out of the Champions League. I'm not gonna say if, definitely going to get knocked out, but let's see when. So when they do, you'll see what kind of options it opens up, because then players like KDB will be regular starters in Premier League, not just playing a one odd game.
Yeah. I think Shivam. I think conclusion is you you use your wildcard. I think it's a good decision to do a wildcard now, so you can plan for 2 double game weeks that are coming up, and then as the double game weeks announce, the Premier League announces, then we can or sorry, FPL announces actually. Then you can maybe that's the way you can just plan ahead and see which teams, which players you need to target for game weeks that have double game weeks. All right, awesome. I think that's it from our side. We will return tomorrow to reveal our team and captaincy picks as well. So do stay tuned for that, and do remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Late Winner Show. Give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter as well. We post loads of content related to football. So yeah, to have the latest news on your phone, definitely do subscribe to the Late Winner Show. But yeah, Rohil, Saurabh, thank you so much for again for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.
yeah. See you tomorrow.